What the? What is all over your face, bro? Did they hit you with a powdered donut?
Hey guys, welcome back to week 2 of our Luminis Roundtable. Today we're going to be reacting to the Inside Star Citizen video where they're going over some of the new avatar creation features that they're now introducing and just other things we don't know quite yet. So let's get into it.
One of the most anticipated aspects of the upcoming Alpha 323 has to be the persistent universe arrival of our new character customizer, enabling better representation and a true sense of ownership over your individual avatar in the verse. And to share with you the various ins and outs of what's ahead, let's throw it now to just a few folks standing in front of the massive team that made all of this possible.
The reality of the old character creator is that the old character creator could walk so that this one could run.
The original mandate was, let's just get the PU customizer working in Squadron with building blocks instead of Flash.
It was very bare bones. We hadn't had a lot of progress on it.
We had no design, we had no designer, or anyone else working on the project except me.
I think that much was obvious. Does anybody know how the two faces come together to produce anything in the creator today?
I know how it works. You talking about the DNA system?
Yeah, I don't know. At some point, like, I have two faces on the screen and I'm doing something with one face.
Yeah, you start with a base template for a face. Now, if you want to use that face, you do two of the same one. But if you want to use what they call the DNA, you take the first head that you want, and then you select a second head, and then you can basically use that slider to go between the two, and it will dynamically graduate from one set of features to the other. It mixes them together. You can do that with the skin tone. You can do it with all the facial features, the ethnicity of the face, all of that. So it's actually pretty flexible for what it is, but
DNA, do not ask how this works.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even know there was a slider. That's how much I know.
You didn't slider?
No, I've never used a slider.
Do you even play this game, bro?
I've tried so many times, and eventually, you know what I ended up doing? I just hit the random button until I get something I kind of like.
Yeah,
Who does
that's
that?
pretty much what I do.
that's fair. I have a combination I like to use.
No. I'm hoping what they described today is gives me a little bit more that I understand.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, here we go.
Basically, the task was make it look pretty.
The very, very first underpinnings of the character creator actually still exist. It's our DNA system.
In the old one, you
There we
could
go,
only
DNA.
blend between the different faces. Also, you could only blend from one face
Oh, here
to
we go.
another at a
Tutorial.
time.
The character customizer for Star Citizen
Oh
is so
shit,
important.
there's the slide.
Because
I
players
never
get
knew that.
ownership over their
I
character.
swear I
They're
never
not
seen
just
that slider
representing,
before.
I never
some
did either.
character that some artist
Never
has
did.
created, but they're representing themselves. We want the player to be able to represent themselves in the world and the universe that is Star Citizen.
Just show me the beards.
Can I have like a lady beard?
Come Sure. on, let
Yes.
there be a beard.
Yes, you can.
Can I?
Lady dwarfs have beards.
So the character customizer that's coming into Star Citizen in 323 is broken down into four main sections.
Look
The
at
first section
that
of the character
beard.
creator is the DNA system, and that's where the player actually interacts with the blending and the shape of the actual head itself.
It's still the same
Oh,
DNA
shit, look at
system in terms of when we apply it to the characters. The difference is how we interact with that DNA system. So we've introduced face sculpting.
Oh.
This
That's
is
in depth right there.
the big thing. So you can just grab these nodes on the
I
face
get
of the
Botox
character that you
fillers?
have and shape
Oh,
it
shit, look at
as you
that.
see fit.
That's the best character creator I've
What
ever seen.
face sculpting allows us to do is instead of
Basically.
saying,
Say I played one other game that had that ability where you could like drag pieces of the face around. I thought it was like
Mario 64 on the first screen when his face pops up. You can do that.
really?
yeah, you could.
You could.
Wow. That's not the one I'm thinking of. I thought it was like Elder Scrolls or something, maybe, or Skyrim.
Oh, I played it. I think it was.
I can't remember.
I don't know what it.
Oh gosh, what was it? Ion or Aeon, however you pronounce it. I think it had one where you could just grab and just go wherever you wanted with it.
Can I put my nose like on the top of my head?
Probably get pretty close.
Or like, can I get multiple noses? Like, can I just like implement more noses on my face? That way I can get like super smell or something.
I want a certain
Put noses
proportion
on your
of
ear.
a certain head. It allows us to say, I want to pull this vertex to this position, and then we can work out what proportions of different heads
we could do cone
get
heads.
that vertex into that position.
I
The
was
system
thinking
is very,
that.
very cool. As behind the scenes, we can't just adjust the face into certain shapes and be happy with it. We have to also change the rig. We also have to change the corrective blend shapes.
But we've also kept the original DNA blending as well, but we've tried to improve the user experience of that as much as possible.
Thank God.
Now you have a full list of heads at your disposal, so you can see all the heads available, and you can tweak, you can take a bit of the nose from that face, you can take the eyes from that face easily. It's quick to use.
Yeah, so the PU is very modern, sleek looking look. We're trying to go for like the almost like the Apple Vision Pro look. But yeah, it's very modern compared to your Squadron, and it's a lot more in date, I guess you could say.
Basically trying to reduce the number of mouse clicks it takes to get what you're looking for.
So some of the other things that you can do in the DNA section is the skin tone adjustment, as well as the skin material or the
Nice
skin
looking
texture
beard.
itself. So what you can do within this is you can actually skin tone
Can I
adjust
put
this
acne
into
on my
realistic
face?
shades of certain skin tones to better
You can be a
represent yourself.
ginger with freckles.
Your freckles, and we have some blemishes on there.
And these represent actual scans of people that we've done
Man.
throughout the course of the
Look
year.
at those
We've actually
shots.
scanned a whole bunch of
Like a
people. We'll be
general,
adding to the
like
pool
an old
as time
general.
goes on.
But we are always making that pool larger. So the faces are always going to look better and better and have more variations in them. So the next big aspect is hair.
So within the hair section, there's a whole bunch of new hairstyles, which is obviously the first and most important thing. One of the interesting things, and the teams I represent worked really, really hard on this to have some hair simulation onto it. So you can see the hair move around as you're even selecting it, and then as you add it onto the character, you can see it move around even more.
But better
I
than
like when
that,
you click it,
you
it
now
like
also
flies
have
onto
a
the
massive
scalp.
library of beards and facial hair and eyebrows
Yeah.
as well. So you can mix and match to get exactly what you're after.
Oh
That-
my.
That's it right there.
No.
That's
That's
No.
still good.
yeah.
No.
Yep. That's
That's
the one.
terrible.
Oh, Biker Bob.
No.
Those are
That's
some
not
nice.
okay.
that
I
is
can
some
see
nice-
that on you, girlo.
Yeah.
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 You should-
It's,
you should
it
do
is-
that for real.
Crazy the level of detail with the little scragglies and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Looks
Show
very
up
similar
looking
to
like that.
mine.
Show up looking like that in November.
It's you're on.
Anybody wears their facial hair like that, I swear, I don't even know if I want to be in the same like
They're probably
space
awesome.
station as you.
That's what I'm thinking. They're awesome. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
Oh, a cool guy.
You know what that says
No.
to me? That says confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that man's got stories to tell.
Yeah. Places he's seen things. This guy's been around the verse.
So what? Are we just specializing in like beards and toilet talk during our round table? Is that our thing? Is that gonna be a thing?
I don't know anything about any toilet talk.
No, no.
I want to see what other beards I got.
Instead of what we had before, where you could cycle through hairs, you could cycle through hair colors. You now have a massive library of all the hairs.
Whereas in the previous character customizer, we just had a bunch of preset material variants. For the new character customizer, we want to give the player the power to go in and actually edit those materials.
What's even cooler about this now is, though we had the hair selections before, you could never tint it. You could never come up with your own color set.
We can go in and we can change the natural color of the hair.
Oh, that's
We
badass.
can change the dye amount.
But we also have the new gradient system where you can choose to have one dye color for the roots of your hair, another dye color for the tips of your hair, and then you can set where the gradient changes.
Not
That's
only do we have
awesome.
blonde hair, but then we have a purple highlight that's done at the
That's
end or
pretty
done at the
crazy.
top.
I've
And that's
never
all
seen
player configurable. So not
that.
only do you have a whole bunch of different hairstyles to choose from, but you've got the full color
at that.
gamut as well.
And all of that is brand new
That's sweet.
functionality that we've added to a character customizer so we can update the shader params on the hair in real time.
So my favorite aspect of the new facial hairstyles is the variety. We have a large library for being the first version of this, and it's
The
going to grow
long
even
lamb
more.
chops is not good.
Oh, there's your beard, Rosie.
There's the lady beard.
Oh, that! I would marry that. You just cut out what?
The more you know.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
within
That
the
is-
coming years.
And as we've
So
begun to include more culturally diverse hairstyles in 3.23, the team is working on more that will be seen in the patches to come.
Whoa.
So the third major aspect
Color
of the new
makeup.
character customizer is styling.
The makeup is another completely new feature for the new character customizer.
You'll be able to
I know
pick
I'm getting black
your
eyeliner.
makeup for eyes,
Oh, hell yeah.
your cheeks,
Dress my character up as a carrot.
and your lips.
I'm going full emo.
We actually used to have makeup baked into the textures where we had already pre-selected eyeliners and all these kind of things to represent what that given skin tone was. But we wanted the player to make that choice. We wanted the player to have access to all the different gamuts of colors, all the different specular reactions, all the different highlights that they may want to do for their character.
For each of these, you will have some base versions that you can pick from, but you can also go in and tweak these on a deeper level.
All right, I gotta ask. This is gonna be a little flame-inducing, but if we can do this for faces, like all these styling and color and mishmashing, why not ship skins?
It's coming.
Really?
Yep. They talked about a hex editor and custom logos and custom ship colors and shapes and all of that stuff for orgs. It's coming.
Really?
Sweet.
That would be pretty awesome.
Putting the bunny on my ship.
Because I guess the reason I keep wondering is, like, since they're selling ship skins today, how does, like, allowing people to design their own fit into that model? But I guess we'll see.
What was that?
You have to pay for a blank canvas skin.
I would do that,
Yeah, me too.
especially if
It'd be like buying tabards just in any other game. You know, you come up with the design, buy the tabard or the paint or whatever, and get at it.
Yeah.
You can set the opacity, you can set different colors for, you can have one color for the eyeliner, one for the eyeshadow.
Like the hair, we can set certain colors and parameters on the makeup, so that's like how glossy it is and the opacity of the makeup. Unlike the hair, we actually set the shape of the makeup as well, and the way that we do that is we're basically adding new textures to the skin material on the players. And again, we update all of that in real time. And that is also quite similar to the new freckles and sunspots, how they work. That's again another texture that we've added to the player character's skin. And then we can tweak these parameters on the shader in real time to show more or less freckles or more or less sunspots.
So when it comes to the different styles and what you can achieve in the character customizer, it's been a constant push and pull of making it look really good, really realistic, and letting people just do what they want. And we've been trying to keep it as realistic as possible, but still letting people do exactly what they want with it, because we're leaving so much power in the hands of the players. They can tweak all these different colors and all of their different, on their hair, their facial hair, their eyebrows, as well as these different makeup sections. And it can get pretty zany.
Zany.
So the makeup.
You're gonna have to dodge clowns.
Yeah.
I could see it already. All the clown works.
I was thinking the same thing earlier. Like, I wonder if people will try to create like an almost consistent set of features that kind of like defines their group as like some kind of like offshoot of the species. You know what I mean? Like, we all have cone heads.
Interesting.
Would be really cool. I think for our org, we should have like, what would we have?
Cops.
Okay, so like my lady should have like just these long chops to the floor.
Yeah. Curtain chops,
God,
we
could
call
you
them.
imagine?
But
Curtain chops.
okay,
I
my
call them
question
drapes.
is, if we can almost make it look like we have tumors, what if we like take our head and we bulge it out 2 different ways so it almost kind of looks like we're bunnies?
What would our helmet on our head look like then?
Really bad. like even if they're just 2 lumps, like 2 tumors on your head, like I feel
they
like
look
that
like
could define
boobies
us.
on our head.
What?
What? I missed that. I was too busy shaking my head at Rosie.
She said you just make 2 lumps on your head. I said it looked like boobies on your head.
Oh my gosh.
I'm bleeping that out.
Oh, this is going straight to video.
But in the end, I think it actually presents as a pretty fun interaction.
No, I gotta cut some
changing up the
things
skin
out.
tone and again representing yourself within the world of Star Citizen.
Oh yeah.
So the fourth main feature
dance,
is all
though.
the additional functionality.
I'm dancing.
We'll have
He's
a
dragging
review page
Oopsie
for
It
back
looked
to
like
the
he was
character.
dancing.
This is when
No,
you're
that's
actually
Arc
taking a look
Dragon
at your
to the
character as a
medical
whole,
center.
from the toes all the way to the top of the
Checks
head.
out.
Another part of the core functionality of this is the randomization. So now we allow players to both randomize the whole thing. So you get a totally new look, so you get a good canvas to start off of.
Now, one of the really fun things about the character creator, and I didn't mention at CitizenCon and definitely should have, is that we do have the save and load functionality finally within the character creators.
So you'll be able to export your character onto your PC and find that file, send it to your friend, and they can import that into their game and see that character on their machine.
So no longer will you have to worry about a reset or anything. You can save your character, you can reload it.
You can not only save your character to persistence and get it to load into a PU, but you can save a bunch of characters that you can then just load in at any time into the character customizer. And you can also send these to other players that they can then load in your custom-made characters as well.
That's for me, that's like the biggest news of the video. I don't have to recreate my character every reset.
Definitely. And then you could spend a lot more time on one, get it really close to what you want.
Yeah, exactly. If all I have to do every reset patch, I just click that import button. Oh man. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in that creator the first time.
Yeah, they better get the servers ready. Gonna overload the character creator server.
Right.
Well, and this is the exact same tool that we're using internally at CIG to create NPCs that we're rolling out to all players in 3.23.
And I'd like to take this very rare opportunity to ask you guys and to challenge you guys to make a version of Jared and share it with the community and with us so that we can see how close you've gotten. And if there's one I really like, maybe I'll do something pretty terrible with it.
What I'm really hoping to see is a hyper-realistic Chris Perry that someone could send to me for reasons. So
Oh, we
that's
know
what's
our next
coming
mission.
in 2023.
Looks like Tom
But in
Hanks.
the future, we'll also be adding tattoos, piercings,
We could just be
stubble,
an entire
and
org
more
of famous
eye
looking people.
settings. So you're gonna be able to do even more customization at
Ex-presidents.
that point.
Yes,
So
all the
this is a major
presidents.
milestone for Star Citizen because finally the presentation is exactly at a state that we wanted. So many different teams have been involved in this, from lighting to
And the Island
environments
Boys.
to feature teams to tech art
Oh
to
my
tech
God.
animation to animation programming. Everyone has seen this, has been involved in this, and it's gone all the way up through the chain, through to executive approval. So it's finally to a state where Chris has actually been happy with it and that we could release it to the community.
Oh,
Really happy. We put a lot of time and effort into getting it to where we want it to be today, so it's come a long way. Particularly happy with like how it's just easy to use, and you can basically go from like scratch and just completely start from a clean slate and just create whatever you
I'm
want,
getting
really.
pretty excited about this.
You're gonna be able to express yourself with your characters so much more than before. And you're gonna be able to see everyone in the verse really being themselves or whoever they want to be out there. I think that we have made one of the strongest character customizers that's out there at this point, and we are very proud of this.
Definitely.
So, what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the character customizer in Alpha 323 is dope as that it's the next major
Dope
milestone
AF.
in our continuing efforts to enable better representation and customization of your player avatars in the verse. And that even more options, things like tattoos, scarrings, and even more, are on their way after that. And, of course, if you don't want to spend time creating your avatar, you can just hit the little randomize button down there and see what you get. Random, 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 random. Oh.
Hi, I'm David. I have to read the teleprompter. I'm the producer for ISC. I make it possible for Jared to do stupid things like this. And I'm British. That's it, just British. I say things like peanut butter, water, and rubbish. And I'm always explaining to others why Jared did things like this. And I'm good at my job. Aw. But my job is being British. Teleprompter. What was that line? What was that?
We like to have fun. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next week.
That was an amazing way to end that.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I have to say,
Yeah.
At one point during that, he mentioned Apple Vision Pro, and it just kind of got me thinking about like one of the things that the Apple Vision Pro does is like it projects your avatar into like Apple Vision Pro's universe. You know what I mean? Like, because since like if you want to do a video conference with somebody, like you obviously can't project yourself because you're wearing this big thing on your face, so it projects like a digital avatar by scanning your face, and it just makes me think about the things that Star Citizen will do along those lines. Like today, we already have like the, you know, like if you call somebody else in game, it's showing your face. So like you truly are kind of creating your avatar.
Yeah, the DNA system that they use, I could imagine in the future you'd be able to essentially scan your own face and then upload it, and then I mean you could maybe tweak a few things like this big honker right here if you wanted to, but it speaks a lot. And I get reminded every time they show these videos that I remind myself that these are not just CGI. You know, like the game actually looks like that, and it just amazes me every time I log in and watch the videos. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I request. Oh, hi.
Way to crash the party, Moss.
I didn't know this. I didn't know we were doing a thing. That's my bad. What's going on?
Moss, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with Luminis, and one fun fact about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Moss. I am. What am I?
Canadian.
I'm Canadian.
Canadian.
That is a fun fact. It's not very fun, but I help Rosie with events and whatnot, and I'm hopefully sort of leaning more into media stuff as well with ARC. And the, I guess, fun fact is that I like motorcycles a lot. So there you go. What? No, motorcycles are cool, Rosie. Thank you very much.
What's your favorite motorcycle-like thing in Star Citizen?
Oh, the Dragonfly for sure. I mean, that thing's just insane. I wish they would fix the collisions and desync, but we'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
323.
Blow up.
Is that 323 they're fixing that?
Yeah, we get the hover bike race modes, and they've done a lot to the GravLab tech.
Fantastic. Just in time for the next Dakar rally.
Oh yeah, and with those custom lobbies, we'll be able to have a lot of fun.
See, what is your...
What did you just have as your background, dudes?
Nothing.
Alright. I was just gonna come in here to request somebody be banned from the server, but my friend Kyle is in here, and you know this the soundboard, the You're Welcome one?
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
made? He just randomly popped into another server that I was in and played it and then left and didn't say anything else. And it's
Love that. I love that.
No, it's so
No, can we
terrible.
promote them to tier status within
Stop.
Like, I think they should be, like, up on the roster.
Stop. That's so mean.
No, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to have a chat with them.
Give us his address.
Just-
We're going to send them an unhinged jersey.
Wait. He gets one before
And
I do.
a fruit basket.
Yeah.
A fruit basket.
Standard, yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, I will depart.
Hey, Ark, can you play the song in question? The little jingle before Moss departs?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm good. Goodbye.
No.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Wait.
But all right. Do we have any other thoughts?
Just that with all the FOIP and VoIP and facial technology they have in the game already, I think you have a really good point there, Ark. It probably won't be long until they can just scan our faces and we use that as like a starting template. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I got.
So you got anything to add?
No, I'm good.
Typical.
Oopsie, did you hear that they're going to be selling faces in the shop?
No, I didn't, but that would be funny if they did
I was
that.
gonna say it'd be the only thing he was interested in.
If they would have announced that, Oopsie would have piped up.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us for this episode of Inside Star Citizen for our roundtable. We wanted to give something like this a try, and we hope that you enjoyed yourself and learned a little bit about us and a little bit about Star Citizen. So until next time, I'm Arcadia, and I'll hand it off to you, Grolo.
I'm Grolo.
I'm Oopsie.
I'm Rosie.
Thanks all.